So you've decided you want to become a virtual assistant, but who exactly hires VAs anyway? There are business owners and companies out there that are desperate for your help. And in this video, I'll cover the types of companies that hire virtual assistants, where to find them, and things to watch out for so you can work from anywhere. I'm Lauren Golden here with a new episode of Free Mama TV, showing moms like you how to start and run a successful freelancing business from home. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new episode of Free Mama TV right here every Tuesday. Have you ever heard the saying, you don't know what you don't know? Well, finding a gig as a virtual assistant can be kind of like that. If you're new to the industry, you may be tempted to only apply for VA listings on job sites or limiting your search to companies like the one you're working at now. But the truth is, there are so many other opportunities out there, and I'd hate for you to overlook them. Simply moving outside your current industry can open up a whole new world. Plus, when you look at the number of online businesses that need help, the possibilities are limitless. I'm going to show you a couple of places you should be looking that you might never have even considered. And be sure to watch until the end, because I'm giving away my coveted 70 skills checklist that will show you exactly what these companies need help with. First, let's talk about the types of companies that hire virtual assistants. Good news! Businesses of all types, from solopreneurs to corporations, hire VAs. Corporations and small businesses such as brick and mortar stores, dentists, financial firms, law firms, marketing firms, chiropractors, they all have a need to outsource to a virtual assistant. Next up are solopreneurs. This could be authors, speakers, or business coaches, all the way down the line to virtual-based businesses such as e-commerce, those selling products on their own website, Etsy, Shopify, Amazon, eBay, course creators, all kinds of online-based businesses are outsourcing to virtual assistants as well. I have a question for you. Are you already working as a virtual assistant? If so, I want to know, what type of companies have you worked with as a VA? Tell me in the comments below. So now that we know the types of businesses that look for virtual assistants, all of them, let's discover where you can get hooked up with them. There are 4 main places where I look for clients as a freelancer. And now we're going to walk through them together. Number 1, job sharing sites. Now, if you are already a part of the Free Mama community, you know that this is actually my least favorite way to go about finding a client. And the reason why is because it's very reactive. On job sharing sites, the company or business or solopreneur is actually posting a position for a contract worker, and you are responding. So by definition, you are being responsive. You're not actually building a genuine relationship with that person, which in my opinion could potentially set you up to be treated like an employee or to be more disposable to that person. With that being said, I am married to a freelancer who has had a lot of success on one of these particular platforms. So some examples of job sharing sites might be the job postings on LinkedIn. There's Hire My Mom, there is Upwork, and there is also Bark. Now, there are a lot of other ones out there, but quickly I want to touch on the difference between Upwork and Bark, because these seem to be 2 really common ones that I see a lot of people in the Free Mama community using these days. Now, Upwork, you get to create a free profile. However, you do have to be approved. So right off the bat, if you don't get approved, that's kind of a bummer. You can appeal and you can find other ways to get in, but it's just super discouraging way to start your business. And the way that Upwork works is that you can bid out projects, but you can also set up your own profile where employers or businesses or corporations can actually seek you out for the things you specialize in as well. One thing to note is that on Upwork, it is super important that you follow their terms and agreements, and those relationships, once you are matched with the client, are supposed to stay through Upwork's platform. And the reason why is when they pay you through their site, Upwork actually keeps a percentage of that. And thus, Upwork is a business, and that's how they make money. So they are bringing together freelancers and companies for that purpose, but they're taking a piece of the pie as well. And like I mentioned earlier, one reason I'm not a huge fan is purely because I think competition can drag the prices down. And again, you're not really starting from a genuine relationship. It's much more transactional, which again, it's not bad. It's just not the typical way that I teach how to find clients. We'll talk more about that in just a second. The other platform that has become more common lately that my husband has actually had a lot of success with is Bark. Now, unlike Upwork, you're actually paying upfront for the leads through Bark. So you're playing for a certain number of credits, which is going to put you in front of certain job opportunities as a freelancer, and you are able to spend your credits in order to make pitches and reach out to people. Now, my husband does this very strategically. He makes sure that he has exactly what service he wants to offer, so he's niched down, and he's also very specific about who he will reach out to. He's not casting a wide net. He's actually casting a very narrow one and making sure that when he engages with somebody, he has a very high percentage of turning that person into a client and therefore making his investment worth it. Unlike Upwork, on Bark, since your investment is up front and that's how Bark is making their money, your relationship then can go off the platform and you are not having to give a percentage of your profits from your work to that particular job sharing site. Let's move on to number 2, which is my personal favorite way to find clients in the digital space. And that is through social networking groups. So some of the examples of this might be if you're on Instagram or LinkedIn, or my particular favorite, networking on Facebook and in Facebook groups. Now, when it comes to networking online, you have to think about it exactly like you would with having a conversation with someone face to face. You're not just going to go into a Facebook group and spam them with like, hey, I build websites, hire me. That's not super appealing to a lot of people. Instead, you are going to have to put forth some time and you're going to have to be consistent and build relationships with people. Comment on other people's posts, make your own posts. Make sure that you're not just being reactive. Don't just look in the toolbar and search for job opportunities or postings with your niche, although that can be an effective tool. But I really recommend taking the time to build genuine relationships with people, because not only could those people turn into clients, but they're also going to become your biggest advocates in your business and potentially refer business to you. Here's your pro tip. Both with job sharing sites and with networking online, it can be super easy to lose track of time and just go down a rabbit hole of pitches and conversations, and all of a sudden you've spent an entire week looking for jobs on the internet and you have nothing to show for it. So instead, block your time and do it intentionally. Spend anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes a day, whether you're going to be applying to sites or building relationships through social networks, and stick with it consistently and then walk away. It's not doing you any good to spend 4 hours a day on LinkedIn if you don't actually have anything to prove for it. So a little bit every single day, consistency and frequency, and I promise the fruits of your labor will pay off. The third way to find clients is through networking events. Now, a lot of people resist this for some reason, and I understand that it takes time and planning and you have to find an event. And yes, you have to put yourself out there in real life where other humans might actually see and hear you. But the reality is there's no faster way to build a relationship with a prospective client than meeting them face to face. So some examples of places where I like to network, first and foremost, is Fem City. It is a professional women's organization. So to all of my free daddies out there, this may not be an ideal fit for you. And there might not be a Fem City location in your community, but it is something definitely to look into. I have gotten countless freelancing clients through Fem City, not just from women that I've actually met at the event, but then referrals or introductions from people that I was able to build a connection with by sitting down and sharing a meal with them and genuinely talking about how we can support each other in business. Some other great resources for you are your local chamber of commerce, or if you're not familiar with any networking events inside your community or professional organizations, you really need to check out meetup.com. You can search for just about anything. So whether you are really wanting to hone in and grow your business in this season of life, or maybe you're just looking for a mom friend and you want a local moms group, meetup.com is a tremendous resource to be able to connect with like-minded people, or even better, your ideal clients. Last but not least, if you want to hook up with some other free mamas, I invite you to network with us. While we are all building virtual businesses, I have still seen so many partnerships come from free mamas helping other free mamas. We have some that are already hiring and subcontracting to each other's. And also, not everybody does the same thing. So by growing your network in general, your source of referrals is going to continue to grow. So you can find out where we are heading next by going to thefreemamamovement.com/meetup. Okay, last but not least, the fourth place where you can discover where the companies are hanging out that are hiring virtual assistants would be by telling people what you do. Again, I know this is scary for so many people. You got into virtual work possibly because you wanted to hide behind a computer, and I totally get it. I love to geek out behind the screen too, but the reality is there's no greater source for your business than your real life network to send you referrals. They already know, like, and trust you. And for the most part, they genuinely want to help you. So make sure your friends and family understand what you do. Strike up conversations at coffee shops, at your school pickup, or even at the grocery store. Remember, the goal should not be to turn everyone into your client. Most of your friends and family are not a good client for you. That would be ridiculous. The goal, however, is to make sure that everyone knows what you're doing so that they can connect you with the people that you're meant to serve. Over the last 2 years, I've worked with thousands of aspiring virtual assistants, and so this video would not be complete if I didn't mention a few things that you should watch out for as you look for clients. Specifically, making sure the work is legit. In the online world, it can be easy to get taken advantage of, and I typically see this in one of two ways: scams and abuse of contractor relationships. It turns out the IRS has opinions on this too. So make sure that if someone is outsourcing to you as a VA, they understand the difference between contract work and an employee. If they're trying to require exact hours or provide certain training or tools, that person is legally required to hire an employee, not an independent contractor. And for more information about ways to spot a scam, you can check out my latest episode of Free Mama TV called How to Avoid Work from Home Scams. Now that you know what companies hire virtual assistants and where to find them, what's your next step? The truth is the demand for legitimate virtual work is on the rise. So if you're looking for freelancing work you can do from home, but you're not sure what you can do to offer to someone or to stand out, I have something for you. My 70 skills checklist will help you discover exactly what business owners are desperate to pay you to do. So grab this free checklist and figure out what you can do to get paid using the link below. Also, if you want to join a community of mamas just like you, I have a Facebook group where thousands of mamas come together for support and action-taking tips and motivation. If you liked this video, please let me know by liking it below, subscribe and share it with your fellow mamas, and comment below with hashtag #IamAFreeMama if this video helped you find your next client. I'm gonna do that whole thing again. Oh, sorry. Freeze spray. What? We are just going to town. Not a sentence. I'm out. One moment, please. Oh God, could you see that the whole time? That was pretty good. I think when I look at myself, it works out better. Amazing. We gotta get going. We gotta go.